Top 10 Drug Rehabs in Washington, D.C. Finding the best drug rehab around Washington can be struggling. There are several factors to consider. You may want one with better amenities but affordable cost. That's why we listed the top 10 drug rehabs in Washington to make things easier for you. Beginning with number 10, the Calvin Rolark Center, Washington, D.C. Since 1970, this rehab program aimed to treat drug addiction among District of Columbia citizens. They also offer different levels of care for addiction. The rehab center is geared toward African Americans and is rated 5 stars on Google. Number 9 is Behavioral Health Group. Wherever there are recovering individuals, there are recovering families and communities. Patients are in the safe and trusted hands of local physicians, nurses, counselors, and support personnel at BHG who are familiar with their community and are here to assist patients on their road to recovery. They're collaborating with this community and its leaders to raise public awareness about drug addiction and increase access to medication-assisted treatment. Number 8 is Clean and Sober Streets. They provide long-term inpatient and outpatient drug and alcohol treatment and rehabilitation programs in Washington, D.C. for men and women who want to get better. Their alcohol, drug-free environment entails a lot more than just avoiding alcohol and other substances. It encourages people to believe that a happy and productive life is more than possible without alcohol or mood-altering substances. Number 7 is Coleman Outpatient Recovery Centers. As an outpatient provider, Coleman offers treatment that allows patients to get help and remain active in daily life. Coleman gets you started on your drug addiction treatment within 1 business day of your first phone call. With medication-assisted treatment, you will stop using substances on the same day you start with them. With in-person and telemedicine options, you can get treatment from the privacy of your home or stay connected to the program wherever you are. Number 6 is Salvation Army Harbor Light Center. They exist to meet human needs wherever, whenever, and however they possibly can. They will help you combat drug addiction through holistic work therapy, group and individual counseling sessions, spiritual direction, and life skills development. With them, you can regain health and stability, build work and social skills, and restore family relationships. Number 5 is the Better Way program. Better Way is a non-profit program for men and women who struggle with drug and alcohol abuse and desire to conquer their addiction. Their mission is to provide services that empower men and women to live independently of drugs and alcohol. They provide non-clinical peer recovery support services to individual clients throughout the Recovery Support Services continuum of care. With them, you can rediscover the joy of life. Number 4 is Circle of Hope LLC. They dedicate themselves to working with families by providing various services to meet the needs of each identified client and their family. They offer different levels of care, such as intensive outpatient programs, IOP, individualized treatment, 12-step, and aftercare support. Number 3 is Aquila Recovery Clinic. Aquila aspires to be the finest outpatient drug addiction treatment center in Washington, D.C. and the surrounding areas. They dedicate themselves to improving addiction treatment approaches for alcohol and other substances continuously. They offer a new and evidence-based treatment option for anyone struggling with alcohol or drug addiction. Number 2 is Whitman Walker Alcohol and Substance Abuse Services, Washington, D.C. With harm mitigation and other behavioral health treatments, this drug addiction treatment clinic can help you heal. Individual treatment and inpatient programs for drugs of abuse such as heroin, opioids, and methamphetamine are also available. Medication-assisted therapy, MAT, inpatient rehab, dual diagnosis or mental health care, and outpatient programs are all options for treatment you can get here. They empower all persons to live healthy, love openly, and achieve equality and inclusion. Number 1 is Samaritan Inns. Established in 1985 with 1 transitional home in the heart of Washington, D.C., Samaritan Inns aim to provide organized housing and rehabilitation programs in a supportive and accountable setting, allowing homeless or at-risk persons suffering from drug and alcohol addictions to rebuild their lives. Now that you have the list of the top 10 drug addiction rehabs in Washington, D.C., the next step is to choose which one best suits your needs. Each one has its own set of services, but they all aim to get you back on track. We hope that this list will assist you in making the best decision possible. Does someone you love suffer from drug addiction? Don't wait until it's too late. Call our 24/7 helpline at 1-800-570-2259. A caring addiction specialist is awaiting your call.